Well, hello and good evening and a very warm welcome to the Love Audio YouTube channel. My name is Paul Webber. Great to be here this evening. And yeah, it's just gone 8 o'clock here in the UK. Whatever time it is, wherever you are around the world, please do let me know. In tonight's show, as you probably gathered from the thumbnail, we're going to be looking at the buttons on the Go XLR, finding out what they do, and hopefully programming a few of those whilst we go along. So if you're okay with that, let's get on board. All right then. So yeah, recently traded up. I guess traded up or traded across. Depends which way you look at it. I had the Rodecaster Pro, and then obviously before that I had the massive PreSonus Studio Live 32 SE digital console. That was huge and way overkill for what I need it for. So went to the the Rodecaster Pro. Beg your pardon, the number one, not the number two, and then managed to sell the Rodecaster Pro 1 and the microphone to a broadcasting colleague of mine who wanted that kind of sound as well, which is good. So that's gone. And then I traded I didn't trade it, but I bought with the proceeds the Go XLR, which is from TC Helicon. And if I go to this screen here, you can see that this is the model itself. So we're going to be going through some of the buttons on here as well. There's a pad there, and there's a load of buttons down the side there. We're going to look at those. And we're going to look at what these do as well. These are all labeled as well, which is cool. You have the bleep button, of course, not that I use that very often, but just in case we do. And then if I want to cough, for instance, I can, and that mutes everything to the stream, so that's pretty useful, I must admit. This pad thing's really useful as well, and there's 3 different sections that you can go to. So we've got A, B, and C. A, currently you have jingles on there, so there's one for you, and Paul Webber, and another one. DJ Paul Webber. And so yeah, we're going to be going over some of those buttons tonight. So we've programmed the first 4, and that's fine. I'm going to leave those like they are, but we're going to go with bank B and bank C and try and get some things on there as we go into those. Okay, but if you have any questions in the meantime, please do let me know in the comments. It'd be good to hear from you, particularly if you've bought this thing or you're thinking of buying this and you're thinking, well, I'm not quite sure, what does it do, what do I need it for, that kind of thing. Well, hopefully tonight we'll be able to kind of not allay fears, but certainly go over some of the features of it, and then, you know, hopefully if you are looking to buy one of these, then that'll help you with regards to your purchasing decision. All right, so the channel normally, if you're first time here, by the way, thank you very much indeed, and don't forget to click the bell and subscribe, because then you'll get notified of when I go live next, which is, as I say, generally Monday nights at 8 p.m. UK time. Okay, but click the bell icon, that'll alert you when we go live next as well. And you can always email me at hello@loveaudio.co.uk. That's hello@loveaudio.co.uk. That comes straight through to me, and I can answer those on a one-to-one basis as well. But either way, good to hear from you. And yeah, so as I say, do let us know if you're thinking of buying one of these, or you've bought one and you're not quite sure how to use it. It's a couple of years old now. It's not new tech as regards the Rodecaster Pro 2. But the Go XLR is still a pretty mean machine, I think. There's a couple of things that I don't like about it, and I think I mentioned that on a previous stream when I did the unboxing. On the back of the thing, you've got these mini jacks, and there's only one XLR socket. And you'd think, with a thing called the Go XLR, there'd be more than one Go XLR socket, right? That's just my opinion, but I think that's a bit of an oversight, really, on TC Helicon's part. I think they should have gone for more. I don't know where. To be honest, I don't know where they put them, but certainly they they need to put more sockets on there, I think, anyway, personally. So that's one thing. Like I say, the other thing is that all these things are mini jacks on the back, and I've had to buy some adapters like this. I'll just show you. I might even do it on the underneath camera here. So this is let's have a look. Where's my camera? There it is. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, it's a large jack on that end. So that's a stereo jack input, and then a stereo jack mini jack. So that goes into the back of the Go XLR, and then you can plug whatever you want into that, which is cool. So what I had to do was, because my headphones, the ones I use for listening and doing streaming with, are these, and of course these are, well, they've got 1/4-inch jacks on it. So I had to make some adjustments and adapt so that I could have this plug in the back of, you know, where the headphone socket is. And it is another thing as well, it doesn't have a headphone monitor volume knob on it anywhere, right? So what I've done is on this fader here, that's my headphone volume, okay? That won't affect anything going to the stream, but it affects my headphone volume. So, for instance, if I'm listening, which I am now, I can hear myself, and then if I bring that down, because that's giving me a bit of echo, so if I bring that down, that's fine. But this one here, this is the headphone socket, so now I can't hear anything, and now I can hear everything. So yeah, that's controlling my headphone volume, which is great. That means I've got control over what I can hear, because before that I didn't, which is a shame. But there we go. And the microphone tonight I'm using, by the way, is the Tascam TM80 microphone. Now, I've put it up out of the way because normally it's right here, isn't it, with this... Thank you. Let's just go back to there a minute. Yeah, my camera just fell off of its stand because I knocked it off of the thing. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get that back into focus there. Stay there a second. Okay, stay there, please. There we go. Okay, I want that in focus, which it now is. Okay, let's bring that up a little bit and across. There we go. Okay, so I'm trying not to knock it this time, but yeah, so I put it up out of the way because normally I've got this dirty great thing here, and sometimes it's masking my face, and you know, you can't hear me and all that kind of stuff. So I've put it up out of the way, and it's not too bad. It's picking up my voice nice and clearly, which is cool. And hopefully you guys can hear it nice and clearly as well. We've got some Epidemic Sound playlists going on. I've got a 1970s pop thing here, so I can always bring that up underneath us like that if I need to have some background music on, which is cool. So that's on that fader there, and that's bringing in music. So when you go to, if I go to our desktop picture here, this is Epidemic Sound playing right now, and if I go to the sound settings, so right click and go open up sound settings, you'll see here that music has got its own section in the Windows system sound thing, which is fantastic, I think. So you've got sample, you've got chat, you've got system, you've got game, and you've got music. So you can pair all of these together with whatever you're outputting. So in other words, the music is going through this one, which is cool. My microphone, which is the USB microphone right there, that's also coming out of the you know, the sound thing, but it's not interfering with the music. It's on a different fader, obviously, from the music, which is cool. And the good thing about that is that you know, whilst I have different applications, I've got the PreSonus Studio One 5.5 Pro as my DAW, digital audio workstation. When I use that, and then I need that to be on a separate fader, of course, and I want to be able to hear that and stuff like that, so that's fine. That comes up through the desk here now. But when I'm recording audio links for a radio station that I do a show for, then I wanted that to not to hear my voice twice, if you see what I mean. So it was kind of coming through twice, and I had to kind of configure it in a different way than I normally would. So that was quite an interesting way of doing things, but it seems to work really fine at the moment, so I'm really pleased with that. You see input here, you've got broadcast stream mix, choose a device for speaking or recording. Apps might have their own settings, that's absolutely true. So then you've got the broadcast stream mix here, sample again, you've got microphone and chat mic, so all sorts of things going on there, which is pretty cool. So let's USB microphone, that's really weird. USB microphone, I don't know what that means, but anyway, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Actually, USB microphone. Why is that happening? Because that's not a microphone. That's, I don't know what that's doing. But anyway, let me know if... Yeah, you can hear that. That's cool. It's not coming through there, is it? No, good. Okay. Just wondering if it was coming through the microphone that's built into the camera. That's all. I didn't really want that to happen. So that's cool. Yeah. So like I say, if you've got any questions about the I keep saying Rodecaster Pro, I must get that out of my head, the Go XLR, then please do let me know in the comments, won't you? Let's bring that music down slightly, so we don't need that quite so loud, which is cool. Okay, so let's go to let's have a look here. Let's go to the software that comes with the Go XLR. So if I go to my desktop again, you'll see that. So this is quite extensive, really. So you've got profiles here that you can set up. I've got it on Vaporwave, which is kind of changing color as it's going through, and you'll see that if I go to So look, if I go to two-person pip, here we go. Let's have a look. There we go. I go to there, and if I go to the little cog wheel, and I'm going to bring in that other camera a second. Give me 2 secs. So let's bring in the USB camera. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so if we click out of there and then go to there, what you'll see is that, like I say, the fader here is the music, which is cool. And then you've got these buttons. So what we've got currently on the top left-hand button is that jingle there. So, and you can see, can't see that in the WAV file, but if I go to there, you can see that on the right-hand side where my picture is, there is a WAV file there. If I play that, that's coming through to the stream. It's being plugged directly to the stream. And the reason for that is, on the routing, when you plug in, for instance, the samples, that's linked to both headphones, the broadcast stream mix, the line out, and the chat mic. That doesn't necessarily need to have line out and chat mic, but I've got it on anyway, okay? And sampler there at the bottom is set to system, so that's coming up through system audio, which is what you're hearing now, of course, on the stream. So if I press, let's go back to that section there. If I press this one, Paul Weber, that's coming directly through to you, Paul Weber, like so. And anything I do on the faders doesn't affect that sound because it's coming through directly to the system sounds, okay? So that's coming back from the computer to what you can hear down at the stream, which is cool. Okay, so what I want to do is show you Bank B. So if I go to Bank B now, as you can see, that's all changed and there's nothing in the thing currently. But let's say, for instance, I wanted to record a piece of this music. So if I hold down this now, ready? 3, 2, 1... and let go. Now if I play it, it's instantly recorded that. Can you hear that? And it's recorded at the same level that we were playing it at. So that's a really good thing as well. If you wanted to record something on the fly, you just press that and hold it down, and it will record whatever you are actually playing at that time. So let's clear that. So that's gone now. Okay, and you may have noticed on the screen that that's disappeared as well. But let's say I wanted to record something of my own voice. Okay, then now it's in there, and you can see that if I go to the screen here on the right-hand side, you can see the WAV files. If I press that now, let's say I wanted to record something of my own voice. And you know, the good thing is that you can trim it as well. So if you had too much silence at the beginning, for instance, if I bring that right in like that. Let's say I wanted to record something of my own voice, like that, you see? Let's say I wanted to so if I press the button now, let's say I wanted to record something of my own voice. So that's pretty cool as well. I think it's a great feature because then, you know, you can capture something that you've just recorded and then bang it into the sampler. Again, I'm going to clear that button now, so that's gone. And let's say, for instance, we wanted to add an effect. So if we wanted to add a megaphone effect, but I don't want echo on it. I just want a little bit of reverb. 1, 2, 2, reverb. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, so 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Like that. And let's take that off because that's really annoying. And then we can play it back. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. So that's in there now. Bring that in and edit it so it's right up against the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Bring that in as well. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. So now when I press the button... Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. So that's pretty cool. I do like that feature because that's really useful sometimes. When you want to record something on the fly, like I say, or you want to do an announcement perhaps, then... Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. You know, I can use that anytime I want. So this is on Bank B, don't forget. Let's go back to the desktop thing so you can see that. Okay, so that's on Bank B, and that's on top left. And you can see that top right has got nothing in it. bottom left has got nothing in it, and bottom right has got nothing in it either. Okay, that's because we've not recorded anything into that yet. But what I wanted to show you was how you can drag WAV files into these other sections here. So let's go with top right, and what I want to do is to bring a sample in. So I click the samplers plus button here. That will automatically take me to any particular audio file that you have on your computer. So let's go up and let's get out of this a second. Let's go to let me think. Let's see something that's not going to get copyright strikes or anything like that. I know where we go. We'll go with audio production libraries. So give me 2 seconds. AUDIO, audio production libraries. Double click on that. We'll click on Promo Bank, and we'll click on Promo Bank 1. Instrumental logos. Let's open one of those just out of random sake. So analyzing the track, bungs it in there like that. We then play that. A bit of a sweeper there, so that's fine. And what I wanted to do is move that across because it's got quite a long tail on it as well, so it doesn't need to be quite that long. So let's do it there. There we go. So now when we press the top right-hand button on the Go XLR, let me show you that. The little jingle there. So if we do this,
ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
You can. There's no reason why you can't press 2 at once, you know. So
ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
Excellent. So that's button 2. And that's on the top right. So we've got a button 3, which is the bottom left button. Give me 2 seconds while I show you that on desktop. There we go. So button 3 is, like I say, on the left-hand side at the bottom there. Again, click the samples button. That takes us to that folder we were just looking at, which is fine. And let's go to a different. Let's go to some Sonovox for a change. So let's change this to list so we can see what it is. Okay, now it should have a. What would be really good on this is a way of listening to, auditioning those tracks before they get imported in. This might be absolutely anything. Let's have a listen in a sec. There we go. So
Beatles double shot.
Beatles double shot, yeah. And if you don't like that particular WAV file, you just click the bin icon, which is behind my face on the screen there. My apologies. If I go to that one there. Yeah, there's like a bin icon just on the right-hand side there, so you can just click that, and it will get rid of that particular sample. Okay, so back to that particular thing. I don't think we'd choose any of those, to be fair. Let's go with let's have a look here. Let me think. Music tracks, and let's go to list so we can see what's going on. There we go. So hot music on the internet. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Let's open that one. And this is now going to say...
Hot music on the internet.
Absolutely. So when we press the bottom left-hand button now, go back to that screen there. So you can see me press the button itself. This is the button we're talking about now. It's the bottom left-hand button as you're looking at the Go XLR.
Hot music on the internet. Internet. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
That was chaos. What meant to happen was this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
Or actually, well, like this, for instance. So.
Hot music on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
You know, you can just play around with all that kind of stuff. And then finally, we go to bottom right, and then click the sample button again. And so look what else we've got here. More fun on the web. More fun on the web. That's a mix down of whatever we just listened to, obviously. Let's have a look here. The biggest hits, open-ended. Let's have a look. Retro Radio brings it back for you. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look here. What else we got? British Classic. Yeah, well, you know, that'll be quite good, wouldn't it? He's got great oldies. He's on the air. He's on the air. He's got what you need. Where did we see that British thing? Where is it? Let's go back a second. British Classic. Acapella's Various. Okay. There's probably going to be multiple tracks. Let's have a look. So this might be more than one Yeah, it is. It's more than one audio file. So if we ever listen to this,
A British classic.
that's nice.
A British classic.
Just different versions of the same jingle.
A British classic.
Just the girls. This will be just the guys next, but yeah.
A British classic.
Yeah. So I'm going to trim all of that back so it's just got the first one on there.
A British classic.
You can't see that, can you? Sorry, guys. Let's go to that screen there. So you can see what I've done is I've dragged that in. So this particular bit here is where you can trim. So those 4 jingles are on that one track. So I'm going to bring that back to just the first one that I wanted. Press that.
A British classic.
Nice. And it's got a little bit of a tail on there with regards to the reverb on the vocals. So I just want to want to be able to hear that as well, which is nice. So that's on button 4 on the Go XLR. Let me go back to that screen again. You'll see that. So this is on this button here. So now when I press it,
A British classic.
it's nice. Now what I need to do is make a note of these jingles and stuff where I've put them, because once you get out of that particular bank, you're back to this one here.
Paul Weber. A British classic.
And if you're quick enough, you can do multiple buttons at the same time. So you've got 12 buttons there to choose from. 3 layers of 4 each, okay? So that's pretty cool. And, I would think that's probably plenty when you're doing a podcast or maybe a radio show or something like that. You've got like 12 jingles lined up or something like that. You can always change these according to whatever show you do. And you can save profiles as well. So on the Go XLR itself, if you go to the top left-hand side where it says samples, you go to profiles there. You can also create a brand new profile and just has the things that you've programmed into it on those buttons. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite cool in that respect. So you can actually chop and change what you've got on those buttons, which I think is a great idea. So yeah, we can kind of go.
Paul Weber. A British classic.
yeah, you wish. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And what we haven't done yet is explored the buttons that are running down the side of this particular machine. Let me show you. So down here, you've got 1 through 6. So you've got different options as regards to what this does. So this is your effects. So for instance, on the first one, if I press that, that's going to give you reverb. And yep, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can turn it right down, and then I can bring it up as well. And you can adjust that in the effects. So you go to the effects button on the Go XLR. Let me just try bringing that one up as well, so that you can see what's going on. So on this particular section on the effects, you've got big echo, dark bloom, it says here. And it's got like a ping pong effect. So 1, 2, 2. So there's your echo there. You can change that according to how. You can have a classic slapback like that. So, and since my baby left me, that kind of thing, So that's called a slapback delay. You've got multi-tap, which is kind of doing different things in your ear, left and right. If you were listening to that in stereo. Stereo. You've got quarter notes, eighth notes. So that's like double the last one, obviously. Triplet. Like I say, the ping pong. It's going to be doing left and right. Classic slap. And then multi-tap. And you can choose the amount that goes to the system as well. So that's almost up at 100%. But you can have it as low as like 9-15%, if that. So you're getting your main vocal through, but you're also getting that effect on top as well. Pitch.
1, 2, 3.
Don't know if you can see that or not, and you probably can't, can you? So let me just. Hi, Rich. How you doing, love? Just messing around with
The pitch here, up and down.
But yeah, get it back to 0, 0, 0. 0. There we go. Okay, 0, 0. there. Okay, narrow. Okay, narrow.
So narrow pitch.
Narrow or wide. There you go. Leave that like it is. Gender you can change. For goodness knows how. Oh, that makes you more like a bloke.
And that makes you more like a lady, apparently. So, you know, on 50 fags a day or something like that, you know, Chuck. Hello, how you doing, love? Are you alright? That kind of thing. So that's pretty weird. You can change the gender.
So I can bring it right down. It makes me want to cough because it sounds like I'm, you know, I don't know, talking through my larynx. It's really weird. So yeah, bring that back up to 0. I think we'll leave that exactly like it is. And yeah, so this is on the big echo. On the megaphone side of things, you can bring
The megaphone in as well. That's radio, and you can have on the phone.
or you can have overdrive, so that sounds like it's going through a guitar amp. Do you see what I mean? So that's overdrive. We've got bass cuts.
You've got tweed. Don't know what that means. It does sound like a guitar amp as well, which is cool. And again, you can change the amount that's going to the overdrive as well.
So we go to radio. 1, 2, 3. That's on the phone. Oh, hello. Megaphone. There we go. Okay, so that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, you can change the distortion amount of that as well. So you want your normal voice to come through, but you want it to be able to sound like it's making an announcement. And the next setting down on the Rodecaster Pro is
That's the megaphone. Still got echo on because we're using bank 1, which is the reverb. But then you can add to it by doing different things. So the robot here, this makes you sound like a robot. And you can either have robot 1, which is that one, robot 2, which is this one, and then robot 3, which is a much softer sound, if you like. So kind of a warm, fuzzy sound. Let's go to robot 2. And you can have either natural, medium, or hard. And that's how it's tuning. No, I beg your pardon, that's the next thing we're going to look at, so ignore that. This is the robot. Okay, so you've got lots of different settings on the robot. Look at that. You've got low gain, low frequency, low width, mid gain, mid frequency, mid width, high gain, blah blah blah. Waveform. So you can change the waveform. Human cyborg relations droid. I like that. Okay. So you've got sawtooth. You've got a square wave, which is this one, and then you've got a triangle wave. So I think square wave is more kind of robotic, which is good. Pulse width, you can change that. Threshold, again, you can change that. So that's less of the robot voice, more of my voice, and then you drop the threshold according to how much you want to shove through it. And there's a dry-wet mix, so you can either have completely dry or completely wet. So that's only the robot voice, not my own voice, but I like it kind of half and half, really. So yeah, about there, I would say. So there's plenty of different settings on this particular one you can go with, which is fine. And then if we move across to the hard tune, where are we? Hang on. Let's shrink that down. It just goes on, the different stuff you can do with this. So this is hard tune. Now, again, there's plenty of settings on here as well. So we've got hard tune on. Okay. Natural. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6.
7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now what that does is, when you're singing along to it, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. When you're singing along to stuff, okay, you can it kind of corrects your pitch, if you will. So, you know, you could actually sound like Cher if you wanted to. So, you know, do you believe in love after love? And it would do an auto tune for you as well, which is cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's have a look here. Hang on. Let's go with all. So in other words, now it's doing all of whatever we're doing in the Go XLR Pro. Or Go XLR rather, not Go XLR Pro. So do you believe in love after love? So you can hear it kind of doing that kind of auto tune thing. I'm not particularly a good singer, so it's not doing that as well as it should be, but that's fine. Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So we're back to that one. And, you know, just messing around with this stuff, really. But I want to go back to this section on the left-hand side there, the presets. So you've got big echo, and you've got big verb. Now, this has got different things on it. So you've got music club, real plate, chapel, hockey arena. So this is supposed to sound like a hockey arena. Ladies and gentlemen. No, I don't know if it does or not. But if we go to music club, that's kind of a, you know, like a dark, dingy, you know, underground music club, really, I guess. And then you've got real plate. And again, you can choose how much of that is being sent to there. So you've got pre-delay on here as well. So it actually kicks a delay in before the voice gets there. How that works, I really don't know. But that's pre-delay. So look here. So you've got amount, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, bigger amount like that sounds like you're in a bath. Scrub it up. Decay is how quickly it dies off again after the effect itself. 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay. Tail level. Big verb sounds like a South London bouncer. Yeah. All right. Big verb. How you doing, love? All right. Yeah. Cool. All right. 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, that's an interesting one, that one. Okay. That's not what I was thinking it was going to be like. Anyway, let's go to chapel now. So this should be... so look here, hang on. Yeah, so we go to chapel and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's not even coming up here, is it? This particular one, I tried to get some settings on it earlier and couldn't get anything going on it. So I don't know what we're supposed to be triggering off here because it just doesn't work. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2. That's the echo. But I want the reverb on. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That's the pitch.
Yeah, what's going on here? Hang on.
Right, here we go. Gender, no, don't need that changing, so that can stay where it is. Yeah, so I don't know what that's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be having a very large chapel sound. But I don't hear that going on. In fact, I don't hear anything going on that particular setting, which is interesting. Okay, so hockey arena, that's fine. That early pre-delay is frustrating. 1, 2, that's better. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, decay. No. Decay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Chapel, nothing. Real plate. It's kind of, you can hear the plate reverb there on a little bit. And then music club. Yeah, that's what that is. Dark bloom. Dark bloom. Dark bloom. No idea. 1, 2. 2, 2. 1, 2. Pre-delay. No. High color. Don't know. High factor. Diffuse. Mod speed. There's just a ton of stuff. I've no idea what it does, to be honest with you. 1, 2. Interesting. So anyway, that's dark bloom. And then you've got library. Well, surely a library would be kind of fairly soundproof, to be fair. And you wouldn't get much in the way of echo, but, you know, what do I know? So you've got several settings down here. So big verb is that one. And then you've got comms radio. So again, you can change all that kind of stuff as well. 1, 2, 2, 2. Hard tune music. So yeah, that's going to be hard tuning anything you sing into it, right? So, do you believe in life after love? All that kind of stuff. I don't, again, I can't do it, so it's fine.
Tank. So this is supposed to sound like it's a tank. Whether it's a tank you drive in the army and stuff like that, or whether it's a tank you're inside a tank, I've no clue. But that's on button 6.
So you got 1, hard tune. You got 2, nothing at all. 3. 2 should be big verb, and it was currently on library. That's why. 1, 2. That's better. Big plate. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So when I'm moving the dial on that, that's changing the amount you can send to the Go XLR. You know. 3 is that megaphone. 4 is that hard tune thing.
And 6 is that tank. So,
You know, you can play around with all these to your heart's content, of course, and then it retains, as long as you save everything, it retains the settings that you gave it. Okay, which is interesting. 2. Yeah. So okay, that's interesting. All right. So tail level. No idea. There's just far too much on here to deal with, in my opinion. So yeah, it's all interesting stuff. What I'm trying to do, guys, is I want to be able to press a button like number 1, for instance, and it takes me immediately to, let's say, a higher voice than I normally have. So, for instance, if I press effects, and let me think, big echo. I wonder why that's preset to that. Maybe I can change it. Chapel. You see, chapel doesn't really give me much in the way of, I would think that would be a massive echo, wouldn't you? Like a really big, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's nothing there. Just, that's it really, which is interesting. 1, 2, 2, 2, decay, the amount. Nope, nothing's going on. Big verb. Yeah, again, big verb, that should be huge as regards to an echo. Which it isn't for some reason. Just trying to look for anything that automatically stands out to me, but it doesn't. So that's interesting. Comms radio, of course, hard tune, as we said. Hard tune.
tank, big
Echo. And I think I can move these around. No, I can't. Okay. Looks like I could drag them, but I can't. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Big verb. Big verb. Big verb. Big verb. Big verb. Yeah, it does nothing on that, but it does on the real plate and the hockey thing and the music club and dark bloom a little bit, I guess. And library does absolutely nothing. So that's interesting. Did that move, by the way? Did I move that? Big echo. Let's put big verb there instead. Will it change? Yes, it does. Okay, so I can move it around. So that's pretty cool. So big echo now is okay. So let's say, for instance, I wanted this particular setting, right? We move across to, let's get rid of that. We get rid of that. Don't need megaphone on. We need, let's call it, let's go with the hard tune. Okay.
And yeah, so let's say, for instance, I wanted to press the button and have my voice as high as this, okay? So, oh no, I'm really sorry about that, folks. So that's what I wanted on that. And so I can choose the amount that it goes to the machine itself. I think, anyway, let's go back to, where is it? Hard tune, okay. Settings. Amount, yeah, so I can either have it all go to the thing, which I want to anyway, which is cool. Rate, don't really matter. Leave that medium, hard. Yeah, okay, hard. I think hard, don't you? So, this is what it sounds like when doves cry. I make myself laugh sometimes, I really do. I wonder if I can change the title of these. Oh, rename. Yeah, I can. Okay. So I'm going to rename it. Instead of Big Echo, I'm going to call it High Voice. Okay. Click OK. Job done. It's now got High Voice. The
Next one down, I want to be low voice. So I'm going to leave that kind of echo on as well because I like that. And we're going to go to hard tune. I'm going to go hard. And then we're going to
go down here. So yeah, really deep voice like that. I think that's pretty cool. And I'm going to rename it. And I'm going to call this low voice, right? Click OK. Now changed. So,
high voice.
Low voice.
High voice.
low voice. And if I press the button,
High voice.
low voice,
High voice.
low voice,
High voice.
low voice. That's good. Okay, cool. All right.
Comms radio we can use as the megaphone, which is fine. Let's rename that, and we're going to call that megaphone. Click OK.
Hard tune
Music that can kind of stay where it is, really.
Tank. No clue what that means, but anyway. So that's good. So we've now programmed all the buttons. And they've all changed color apart from 6. So let's have a look. Why is that not changed?
Changed.
Oh, okay.
Low voice.
and high voice. Cool. Okay. So
take the effects off. So let's say, for instance, I was taking a mickey out of somebody who's going, really, you're going to be moaning about that?
are you going to be moaning about that? Are you going to be, oh no, do you want me to get the smallest violin out so I can play you a little tune on the violin? Oh no. You know, that kind of thing. But if
I really wanted to make a point. I say, look, come on, stop it, guys. Stop messing around, all right? Stop messing about. And that kind of thing. So that would work, wouldn't it?
And then
You got that one.
and then that.
And then that one at the end, which is the tank thing, which I've no clue what that does, but it sounds quite good.
so you get the idea.
And yeah, and you can just turn the FX button
On and off.
as according to you want to, until you need it, you know? So,
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin. Thank you.
just got to remember to turn it off again afterwards, which I have, by the way. You know, otherwise
Was it just that again?
So, and you just press the button. So you just, you know, change it according to what you want.
And then press the button again. So that's pretty cool.
And then
You can, put the megaphone on anytime you want.
And each time you do that, let me just show you that again on the Go XLR. Each time you do that, these buttons change color and light up here on the other side. So that one, the robot, of course.
I don't need that quite so high, and it sounds like a robot, so yeah. Okay, 2, 2, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. 1, 2, 2. Okay, yep, that's cool. And gender, I don't know why we have the gender. It's bizarre. Anyway, so that's fine, that works.
And then megaphone.
And then this one, that one,
One.
This one,
that one.
this one, that one.
And it will change. This all changes colour at the far end there when you're doing stuff with that.
So that's pretty cool. And the effects button's quite big, so you know you can't miss it. You keep your right hand next to it and
Press that if you want it on straight away.
and then turn it off again. That's also relevant for the button as well. By the way, that cuts off the microphone to the stream. So if you happen to like that, then not that I would, but you never know, just in case. And if I wanted to, then again, you can just press that button on the right hand side there. So it's quite useful to have this stuff at your fingertips. And then you've got the jingles, of course, as we mentioned earlier. So swapping between those two banks. We haven't got anything on bank C yet, and I'm not going to bother doing any of that, but you've seen most of that anyway, which is cool. So bank A, it's got the jingles on it as well, which is cool. And then bank B, of course, we've just programmed some more jingles on there as well. And again, if you missed a little earlier on, I was recording something into this. So let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it straight away. You just keep your finger on the button as you record it, and it'll record the whole thing, and then you let it go. He says, hang on, it's still processing. Hang on, still processing. He says, bank C, top left. What have we got in top left? No, bottom left, wasn't it? Bottom left. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, it's recorded. It's recorded that into it. Look, and so if I press that, oh, you can't see that. Sorry, that's me thinking you can see it. Right, there we go. So it's programmed that in. So if I press that play on there, let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it straight away. You just keep your finger on the button as you record it, and it'll record the whole thing, and then you let it go. All right, so let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it straight away. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it straight away. You just keep your finger on the button as you record it, and it'll... So again, you can trim that. So it's just up to that line there. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to let's say, for instance, you wanted to let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it. Let's say, for instance. Right. Okay. So that's on button, the bottom left-hand button on bank C. So let's say for instance, let's say for instance, you wanted to record it. So when I press that button, for instance, you wanted to record it. This one here. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it, and you can see it lights up when it's playing. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it. Let's say, for instance, you can sample whatever you've recorded into that as well. So let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to record it. I think that's really cool. So that's pretty good. And if you want to clear that particular button, you just go clear and press the button, and it's gone. And you'll notice now, if I go back to this screen here, that has now disappeared out of that waveform thing. So that's completely gone. So it's pretty cool. Again, I'll demonstrate the record button. Let it go. And there it is. Again, I'll demonstrate the record button. Let it go. You can trim it. Again, I'll demonstrate the record button. Again, I'll demonstrate the record button. And then when you press the button itself, again, I'll demonstrate the record button. Again, I'll demonstrate the record button. It's pretty cool. So yeah, other than effects, you've got the mixer as well. We've gone through the mixer bits and pieces last time when I unbuttoned it all and stuff. The cough button, of course, you know what that does. The lighting, you can change what happens to the cough bleep buttons and the buttons themselves and all that kind of stuff as well. You can change the color. You can change the global color. We've got Rainbow Retro currently going on. We've got Rainbow Bright, which is nice. Rainbow Dark, for instance. Simple. Let me go back to this. You can see what's going on then. Yeah. So you can see it's doing some kind of light show on the Go XLR, which is quite pretty. What else we've got? Waterfall settings. Gradient. Don't know what that does, to be fair. Ripple effect. I don't know what it's doing. I think it's subtly changing colour, but I'm not quite sure. Rainbow Dark. So we've seen that. Look, you've got like rainbow colours going through the whole thing. That's pretty cool. I've no idea if that's going to be PC intensive or not. I don't know. Maybe not. Rainbow Bright, which I like. So all of the buttons are all doing all sorts of things on the Go XLR. If I turn the lights off, give me 2 secs. Oh, there we go. Can you see that? Yeah, I'm in darkness, I get it, but you can see that the lights are doing stuff on here. And it's just a visual thing for your own desk. It's nothing, there's nothing that's going to affect the stream anyway. So that's fine, let's get that back on. Oh, I need a lower light. Or a remote control for the light, that's what I need. Everything's out of reach. I'm just such a short person. I'm a short... And, yeah, I need a step ladder or something. But anyway, that's pretty cool. So going back to the profiles on the top of the Rodecaster Pro. Oh God, I keep saying it. Go XLR. Sorry. On the profiles on the left-hand side, you've got red, teal blue, vaporwave. Now I'm going to save the current settings because don't forget, I don't want it when I close this down at the end of the night. I don't want everything to be wiped off and I have to re-record everything and stuff like that. So I've left it like it is. And then. You can scroll up and down, and when you put the machine to sleep, like at night, because it doesn't switch off, there's no on-off button either on this thing, right? So at the end of the night, when I finish doing the stream, I want to shut the computer down. I click on sleep. I'm not going to do it now because it brings all the faders down and all the microphones will go off and everything else. So, but it's yeah, it's a sleep mode. They introduced that in the latest update, which is fine. So I've got default red, default teal blue, and default vaporwave. That's the one I currently use. So I'll save that again, overwrite the details, and that's saved, hopefully. Again, I'll demonstrate the record. I'll demonstrate the record button. So that's saved, the information I've saved on A, B, and C, which is cool. Thank goodness for that. Presets, now, you know, we talked about these earlier on with regards to the effects. Big echo. This is interesting, isn't it? Because the presets are here. I don't know what they do as regards the effects. So this would be interesting. Let me just try something a minute. Hang on. So if I go
to here, echo effect.
No, that's right. It's not it. It's got megaphone on for some reason. 1, 2. 1, 2. Big echo. What about big verb? 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, that does affect it slightly. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Comms radio. Hard tune. Kid robot. Pitch on echo. Tank. Pitch on. Pitch down echo. No idea. Big echo. So we've got it currently on tank, haven't we? So I don't know what that's doing to the presets. Big verb. Don't know what that does. What's the settings on here? Studio One preset. Interesting. Studio One preset. I wonder why they call it that. Okay. Fair enough.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2.
It's retained my settings, which is good.
So even with me messing around with it, it's kept their settings exactly how
I wanted them to be saved. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I'm excited about that. Oh, yeah.
So hours of fun playing with the Go XLR. If you want to know more about it, buy one. And there's plenty of videos online that will show you how to program the buttons better than I can, probably. But anyway, hope tonight's been interesting for you. If you have a Go XLR, let me know in the comments. If you're looking to buy one, let me know in the comments. Either way. And if this has been useful, give it a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe and let yourself know that we'll be broadcasting live again next Monday night at 8 p.m. I know you said GMT. It's not GMT yet, not till the end of October. British summertime until the end of October, and then it kind of changes. And we'll let you know when that is. But yeah, that's it, folks. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you very much indeed to Richard Vibes. Let's have a look here. Make sure I've not missed anything. No, that's fine. That's good. And yeah, thanks for the thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, hope to see you on the next one. All right. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye for now. Hey, hope you like the jacket, by the way. It's just new. Like it? Quite nice, huh? Take care, guys. See you soon.